that silver lining to the story. If you thought that I would turn and run, then y'all don't know me. May my fears rest in peace, 'cause there's
What up, storytellers? Magic of live video. I've got my good friend on. I'm about to bring on, but we are live now with the 2020 Giants of Video kickoff. I'm super excited. I've been working on this for months. We have amazing lineup of speakers, so much amazing content. Today we're gonna go do a quick little intro to some surprise guests. Towards the end, I'm gonna go over some of the extra surprises, things that no one knows about, because of some of the stuff I booked today. We've been adding more content, adding more tactics every day. We're going to be going over the playbook a little bit. I'm going to be going over the schedule, the bonuses, the contests, and how you can win some really cool stuff, including the re-release of something really cool that everyone loved last time we released it. But I am super, super excited. So let's first bring on my first guest, Mr. Joey Gilkey. Thank you, sir. All right. From Try Prospecting. He's one of the Giants of Video. His session is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And you're going to love it because he is a master of sales. He's good at marketing, but he's really awesome at sales. And you're going to learn all about how he's using video in LinkedIn. That was pretty ninja. But Joey, what's up? Oh, man. I'm going to have to take Joey off now. Oh, wow. If it wouldn't be a kickoff party without a kickoff drink, and Joey is, I hope you all are enjoying a beverage. If you have any questions, please put them in the sidebar. I want you all to ask me what you need to know, what you need to know about the sessions, which sessions you want to go to, what you're trying to accomplish. The more you put into the comments, the more I'm going to be able to help you right now. But Mr. Joey Gilkey, so let's go through real quick, and I want you to help me decide which ones you want to see. Yeah, because we're going to go through real quick. First of all, the playbook, because I want to make sure everyone has checked out the playbook. So let's go here. It is amazing. It is hundreds upon hundreds of pages. No, it's just kidding. It's about 100 pages of, and it's completely free. If you don't have this yet, make sure you found it in your email. If you don't have it, let me know. But it is your guide. It's going to tell you everything. But I want to show, first of all, we have our Story Cruise. It's brought to you by storycruise.com, the ultimate resource for finding videographers that know marketing. Authentic Web, our agency. Growth and Profitability, incredible Facebook ads agency. Active Campaign, one of my favorite CRMs, the one we use, and we're going to talk about that. Headliner, which is an amazing video app. You got to check out that session. And Ecamm, and we're using Ecamm right now. All these people, we use them. That's why they're there. So make sure to check out their sessions. But Joey, what do you got going on right now? What are your initiatives with the business? What do you want to do with video?
Well, I'm using a lot of video. Yeah, so we, with COVID, we had a decent pivot in the business. By decent, I mean we wrecked our old business, and really spun up a couple new offers, a lot of which are content-based businesses that where we're helping a lot of companies create internal sales operations and infrastructures. And video is honestly how we are getting in front of most of our current customers and our future customers. So everything from our funnels, we have video sales landing pages, video sales letters, to webinars using video, to our follow-up email templates have video in them, to on LinkedIn, we're using video in the DMs, video and organic content. 2020 is the year of video, which is why we're here.
Yeah.
It is. Really is. Yeah, and I'm not saying that just because you're running the event and you're one of my good friends, but honestly, man, I think that that video is going to have its year in 2020 and 2021 coming up. I think that people are craving that personal aspect of doing business with one another. You know me, I talk a lot about empathy. I talk a lot about relationships and business, and video has been. I just got off the podcast interview a couple hours ago, and first thing I did was shoot them a video, and they shot me one back instead of a regular email. We sent each other videos, and so it's just how we're communicating these days.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, that's why I want to get this out. Video, you know, it's been really cool to go through with people like yourself and doing this process, because it's all been changing so fast, but it's just getting more and more and more powerful. More people are on Zoom. I mean, my 6-year-old's on Zoom. He knows how to use it now, right? And where he probably wouldn't, it would have been another 10 years before he touched Zoom otherwise. You know, all the way up to the older people that never would, you know, get on something like that are now doing e-learning. They're doing telemedicine. They're doing their legal consults. Huge opportunity. And Joey's doing a lot of it, but I want to go through real quick the planner for you guys, because what I want you to do, like Joey was just talking about, is like you can go through this whole list of speakers. We're going to go through that in a second, but make sure to go in here and go do the how to use section and make your goals. Go through this, because this is going to be so important for you. And Linda just posted in here that she couldn't find it. And if you post in here that you can't find the playbook, make sure to put your name and email me at ian@storycruise.com, and we'll make sure that you get it. Or if you post your name in here, we'll make sure we find it for you and resend it. But, you know, planning out the sessions, planning out, because one of the things, there's going to be so much information for you. You need to decide which ones you want to go to first. If you get the all access pass, you can have access to all these for lifetime. But I want to make sure it's valuable, even if you don't get the all access pass. I want to make sure everyone gets as much out of it. So let's go real quick. I'm going to switch up my screen to the schedule. Let me see here.
By the way, Ian, the lineup you put together is ridiculous.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I feel like such a peon compared to some of these guys. I'm like,
well,
man.
Yeah.
I mean, honor.
Day one is going to be a big one. Joey and I have been through the marketing, the video storyboard, video blueprint. Make sure everyone hits that up tomorrow. If you don't get it on, it's 8 a.m. I'll be teaching it live, actually, on YouTube here. It is absolutely critical. It will help you plan these out. But Joey, here's a good one. Adam was amazing. His live stream method, we talked about that for you for getting clients. That live stream method, if you are selling high ticket, don't have a course, and you want to test out an offer, definitely check that out. Jesse Minch on YouTube. And I just want to stop real quick because you mentioned empathy. We're going to talk about that because I did a video on empathy that's on the channel, mentioned you, put it on YouTube. But it's critical, and everyone talks about knowing your customer, but knowing them really so well, and that's and knowing their situation, and that's where we go into the 11x marketing plan. You understand their situation. But Jesse Minch knows him. He's awesome. I mean, he gets millions of views on some of his videos. 500,000.
Jesse crushes it.
Yeah. Awesome guy. And that's the other thing too, is Joey is awesome, but these are all people that I trust. Are good friends of mine. You'll hear a lot of them say that. And I'm lucky enough to have them as friends. And I'm not having them on because they're my friends. I'm their friend because they're good at what they do. And otherwise I would not talk to them. I'm just kidding.
Well, shoot, I better keep sharpening the axe then to keep your friendship.
Yeah, exactly. Greg Hickman he has a few different video techniques in there besides his iPad drawing technique, but it is really cool how he uses that to really indoctrinate his clients. Jay Facette quadrupled his average client income with live streams. 4x your money. And that's another one. Our common friend Vinny Fisher was on. And I want to bring this up because we're going to talk through numbers. But most of you that are entrepreneurs, Joey, I'm sure you're the same. Joey, you invest in real estate, but most of your business, your wealth is trapped in your business, isn't it?
Almost most of it.
Yeah. So if you increase your average client value 25%, and your profits 25%, that's a 25% increase to your personal wealth.
in your net worth. Yeah, it's nuts.
It's nuts. So think about that when you're investing. Because right now everyone's looking at the stock market, and I'm like, I get distracted by it too. But what's the best investment right now? Your business.
Literally, I had my financial advisor here 4 minutes before I jumped on Skype. That's why I was 4 minutes late. And he's like, honestly, you putting money in the market doesn't really move the needle for you. Putting it back into your business is honestly what. And so to even see what Jay's doing to quadruple his customer values, he's quadrupling his net worth more than likely.
Yeah, exactly. Dan Kushel, video script. Dan Kushel is, a rock star. He's run hundreds of millions of dollars. This guy, Jason Swank, he's okay. Just kidding.
He's more of a recluse in Colorado.
He's our good friend, but he runs a rock star consulting business, and his first videos sucked. He'll admit to it. He talks about it, but he has crushed it by just improving. It shows how he did that. Every day I'm going to do daily recap with you at 1 p.m. Eastern, what happened. And also on that, every day we're going to do a contest and give away some tips and tricks, announce some surprises. But Joey, I would definitely check out, we've got Scott Gray. Joel Irway. Have you gone through Joel's stuff before?
I have not personally. I know Joel from, I've looked at a couple of his content, but his mini webinar series is pretty dope from what I hear.
Yeah, the power offers is something that I would definitely check out. Everyone check out. And then if you're going to do live streams, you've got to watch Lynn Bardowski. She crushes it. And Joey, you usually tell me about software and stuff, and I'm like, okay, I kind of know about that. Everything she told me about on video, I'm like, I've never heard of that. I'm like, let me go do that. And she gets 2,000-3,000 viewers on her live streams. Yeah. And Rick Cesari is a legend, folks. Rick Cesari is an absolute legend. Sonicare. He made Sonicare big household name. He made the George Foreman grill a household naming. He's been doing video ads for GoPro. And he talks about how he gets started. Mira Beck shows how easy way to get customer stories. There's John Corcoran. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Have you talked to Michael Donaldson yet, Joey?
Have I? No, I've not.
Okay, so Michael talks about licensing music. If you guys listen to the song, I licensed a song. Instead of just getting some stock music, I've spent money to license a song that is going to be branding this whole entire event. It's an inspirational song. It's got awesome lyrics. And think about that. He talks about how you can use local music. And I've talked to you about that, Joey. I think that's a big one for you, finding a local Knoxville band. You've got so many bands around there. You'll be able to get them to get them and possibly make music for free. He talks about that.
Right.
In exchange for the promotion. But everyone spends so much time on their friggin' logo. And then you go get some stock music. I'm like, which do people remember?
That's right.
This guy, Vinny Fisher, he's awesome. My friend Tony Grebmeyer. Tony runs Inc. 5000 company. Every year they hit the list. You got him in. There's actually a surprise session coming out with him on offers, how you can add some custom offers really easily to your list. Nahal is one of the Facebook guys. Dennis Hughes, the former software engineer for Yahoo, or search engineer. Oh, look at, let me see here. Here's Jeremy. Let me merge. Oh. Did I lose Joey? Did I lose Joey? Oh, I'm going to merge calls. Jeremy. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Guys, I'm going live here. So I just added Jeremy. And I'm hearing echo. Jeremy Weiss, Dr. Jeremy Weiss. Oh, and I've got multiple people hopping on here, folks. I've got one of our surprise guests hopping on a little early. Jen, how you doing?
Sorry, I'm early. I can totally come back later.
No.
Great. I wanted to see if this Skype thing worked.
It works. Skype works. I think
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. And Jeremy, are you there?
I'm here. I can't see. I'm having a weird view. Who else is on? Because I can only see you. I'm going to change my view here.
Yeah, I don't know. Guys, I'm doing this live. So and I just
Is
wanted
this
to,
live right now?
it is live right now on YouTube.
Okay.
So, I just want to try something out. And I wanted to show you that you got to try stuff out. But before you keep on, Joey and I were going through some of the sessions. Let me see here if I can add on. Did I just kick Joey off completely? Oh, well, he might have just left.
I don't see Joy.
Yeah. Do you see Jen?
Jen now, yeah.
Okay,
Hey, Jen.
awesome.
Hi, what's up?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. It's a party.
It is a party. It is a party. And let me see if I can get Joe. All right, boom. And there we go. Awesome. So Dr. Jeremy Weiss is one of the sessions. You can check it out. Does video podcasting, video networking. You have to watch this. I think everyone needs to learn how to leverage other people's audiences, which is kind of what we're doing right here. We're doing it right now. We're doing it live. But Jen is a last minute addition, and I was so excited. I'm like, we've got to have you on. And she is going to tell you in a second what she's going to talk on. And then Jeremy will get a little we can ask her some questions. But Jen, tell me a little bit about yourself and your business, because I think this is super cool. And it's something completely different that no one knew about, but it's going to be valuable, I think, to every single person on here. That is awesome. And tell me a little bit, I mean, because I saw your stuff. I went through it. We were introduced through a mutual group, and they're like, she is awesome. And you're in a group with us that, I know it's just full of awesome people, and that was a big thing, too, with Giants of Video. Everyone here is just a good person, too. But tell us a little bit about, some of the results that you've gotten from this, because, I think it looks amazing from what I've seen.
That's happening on Monday. It's starting, and we just did our first Be on TV challenge last month, and the whole thing was that we were going to help people learn how to pitch and book a TV segment in 5 days, and we did it. And
Jen,
the results were unbelievable.
We had an audio problem. This is live.
Okay.
So can you start off, introduce yourself again, and talk about results? And can you all, let me make sure that they can all hear you now. Sorry, folks. Let me see here. All right, cool. We can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
I can hear you now. All right. So let's get you going. So
cool.
Name of your company again, and tell us a little about that challenge.
Yeah. So my company, Super Connector Media, we are a PR agency that does PR differently. So we teach people how to connect with the media, how to get their message out on TV, into mainstream media, into publications. And then we also do it for you for high-level entrepreneurs, thought leaders, authors, experts. And the challenge that we did that is epic that I was talking to you about earlier is called the Be on TV Challenge. And we did it for the first time last month. And the premise of it was we were going to, teach for 5 days everything that you need to know on how to book and pitch and garner your first TV segment as an expert, to get on the news or get on TV. And we did it, and it was so magical, Ian. We had so many people that booked TV segments before the whole thing was even over. And not only did they get on TV, but it's really all about learning how to put yourself out there. We make people do Facebook Lives and streaming and lots of video, which is what you talk about, to, realize that it doesn't have to be perfect, like what we're talking about right now, that this is live and whatever, we're just on camera, you just got to go and got to do it. So people get to practice stepping outside their comfort zone and just showing up and being seen and being visible. And people had life-changing, transformative experiences just by doing that and putting themselves out there for the first time.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we preach with everyone. And it was funny because if you listen to every Giant of Video, they talk about their first video they made, and all of them tell like, I left it up there, but I hate it. And I think that's so crucial for you to all understand. It's about getting it done and getting it out there. But this is an awesome opportunity to get on TV. Can you give us a couple little secrets to the challenge?
Yeah. So there's one thing that we do through, I think it's day. So we're big believers in the real unfair advantage and secret to getting in the media is your relationships and the people that you know. So people think you have to hire a big PR agency to pitch you, and like, I own a PR agency, so I should be telling you, yes, you need to hire a PR agency to get in the media, but you don't. You actually have all of the relationships that you need in your current network. I guarantee you both of you do, and everybody that is anybody has them. You just have to find them, and you have to know how to leverage them and how to ask for help and how to reach out. So we teach you how to leverage your network that you already have to be able to get media.
That is awesome. And in fact, and that's exactly what Jeremy preaches about using video podcasting to leverage those relationships. Tony Grebmeyer talked about it. We're doing it right here, leveraging our relationships. And it's not in a bad way. It's just that these are conversations that you'd have already. Let's get them on video. Jeremy, what do you have to say about that?
I 100% agree with everything. I love what both you and Chris do at Super Connector Media, and you guys get amazing results for people. You work with some amazing clients, Jen, but 100% agree. Like, most people think, well, how'd you get this, or how'd you get this guest on your podcast? Like, how'd you get P90X founder or whoever? Like you said, we have so many relationships, and you just don't know the web of people they know, right? And so, obviously you go to the experts like Super Connector Media to find out how you're doing it, and some people are just like, just give me the shortcut, just do it for me. But in the end, it's about everyone wants the new and shiny, when they don't realize, I tell people, look at your phone. Like, people are like, oh, who should I have on the podcast, or who should you need? Literally look on your phone, and who did you text? Like, who are the last 50 people you text messaged? Okay.
Exactly.
And I talked about this, like, okay, well, those people you text with, you don't even, we introduced, when we talked, is you don't need an email list, you don't need social media, you don't need anything. And why? Because you have a phone with close relationships. Even if you just use LinkedIn, or some people use Facebook, who are the last 50 people you direct message on Facebook? And asking them and tell them what you're working on and asking for help. Some people also don't like to ask for help or suggestions. But I'm fine, like, hey, Ian, like, who else do you know that I should have on, or what should I do? And Jen, you probably say the same thing. We have amazing relationships as it is, so start there.
Yep, exactly. And the reframe that I always use when I get uncomfortable asking people for help, because I don't like asking people for help either. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. But if you think about it this way, do you guys feel good when somebody asks you for help? Like, does that make you feel good?
Totally.
It makes me feel good. It makes me feel seen and important and heard, and it makes me feel even better when I can help the person. So if you're not asking somebody for help, you're taking away an opportunity to make them feel really seen and important and great. So that's how I flip that around.
100%.
But, yeah.
100% agree. Someone told me this, Jen, and I love this analogy, because a lot of times people who are the biggest givers are horrible receivers. So I am trying to improve at receiving, but I love helping. Like, if you said, hey, Jeremy, who do you know? I'd be like, I'll introduce you to like 15 people today who I think would be a fit for that particular thing. But they said it's kind of like breathing, and that totally resonated with me. They go, you can't breathe if you both don't inhale and exhale. Like, try just inhaling and see how well that works for you. So Kevin Thompson, shout out, told me that. So yeah, I love that reframe. Thank you for sharing that.
I love it.
Oh my God, yeah.
And Jen, you're going to be on your episode's going, or your class is going. I'm so used to saying episode from doing the Garlic Marketing Show. Your class is going live Friday. And can you give us quick bullets of what you're going to be teaching in there?
Yeah, so what we just talked about, leveraging your network. So we have an actual tool. It's called the Top 20 tool. And if you do it, you are guaranteed to get whatever it is you want. So usually we teach it around media, so getting a media placement, but you could do it for getting sales, for getting a boyfriend or a girlfriend, for getting an investor in your company. It's an actual tool and a strategy that we use to teach you how to leverage your own network, like what Jeremy and I were just talking about. So I'm going to teach that. So
Jen, I just want to give a shout out to that. Like anyone should go to wherever that is. Jen, where is that? They could do it. That is the most important thing you could do, in my opinion, this month, this year, is do your top 20 tool. 100%, hands down.
Well, I'm teaching it on Ian's thing tomorrow.
Well, then they have to go to it.
They have to go to it. So I'm going to teach that. And then we'll also go over how to pitch the media. So actually how to write a pitch. If people don't know how to do that, it's really important to learn. And the important things, especially right now during this current climate, the things that you want to include in your pitch. And then teaching people how to share their message and how to really formulate, who they are and how to talk about what they do.
Wow.
With the media. Yeah.
And that'll be on Friday. Make sure, folks, that you're watching your email, because if you don't have the All Access Pass, it's only gonna be up for a little bit of time, and we're gonna email you. It'll go out. You can watch it, and you'll learn more about the challenge, about Jen's challenge. You'll learn more about how to build these relationships. So make sure to check that out. Get on there, watch it. Jeremy and Jen, I want to talk a little bit about the current environment, because obviously everything had shifted. I mean, it was a massive shift. What are some of the things that you've seen in your businesses growing, working better right now as far as video goes, or working less as far as video goes? How has it changed for you all? Jen, I'll get you go first.
Okay. So for media, it's been really interesting, because think about what everyone's been doing since quarantine. Like, what is everyone spending the majority of their time doing? They're watching the news and they're surfing the internet. They're basically consuming media. That's what people are doing all day, every day. So what we've been telling people, especially our clients or people that are, experts and leaders, if you can be a mentor to somebody that needs you right now during this time, when they need you more than ever before, people are just searching the internet and searching the news for hope, for someone that can teach them, for someone that can make them feel more safe or secure. So whether you're an expert on relationships or finance, or you're a doctor and you know how to, you're a pediatrician, or whatever you are, and if you have some expertise and you can be a mentor to somebody that needs you right now when they're in need so badly, they will be a super fan for you forever. And so right now is such a massive opportunity for people to be in the media, and for people to just be visible, to be on video, to be in social media, talking about what you do, sharing your message. It is like a more important time now than ever before.
Love it. And it's true. It is true, and it's been working, and it's been working better and better and better. And it's a matter of getting it out there. Jeremy, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Jen, first of all, I love exactly what you said. And what I do is exactly what you're saying, which is I like to reach out to all the important people in my life and just get on the phone with them and just see what's going on with them. And people are having successes and they're having struggles, and helping as much as I can in this time, but helping in the way of, like you were saying with the video, they may say, well, this is really working, or this, I'm really struggling. People want to hear that. Everyone wants to hear that. We don't just want to hear what's going well. We want to hear, like, we're all in it together and people are struggling too. So I've been wanting to have those individual conversations, and then if they're okay with it, say, hey, like, I love for you, that one thing that's working and that one thing you're struggling with, do you mind sharing it? And we get on and we do a video together. And then it's like, we're not perfect. We try and, we don't want to just convey everything's perfect in our world. Like I tell people, listen, I have several different businesses. The chiropractic one, I had to shut down the past 8 weeks. It's been, that piece has been difficult. And on the flip side, us launching and running podcasts for people, doing virtual connection is really going well. And so there's facets of all of that. And so I just like to, like you're saying, Jen, is like, how do we help people? and be an advocate, or some people I know lost their job. Like, how can I help you connect with someone whose business is thriving because I'm talking to these people one-on-one. So for me, it's kind of going back to connecting people one-on-one, and then how do I take those particular stories with the good and something the ugly, and let people share them and connect more people with that. I mean, that's essentially when you help leverage media, Jen, is really what you're doing on a bigger scale, So and that's for me really just serve the people who I know the best and how I can help them. Awesome.
And Jeremy has a servant's heart. His episode is awesome too, class. But check it out too, and check out his podcast, Inspired Insider, because it has some of the biggest names answering some of the biggest questions out there. And you've used it to leverage to get in front of everyone, right? Who's your guest, Jeremy, that you want on that you haven't had on? Maybe someone watching this can help you.
You know what? It's a good question. And one of the guests I want to have on eventually, I don't know. I love to Phil Jackson on at some point. I think his perspective on life and leadership and teams is phenomenal. So maybe eventually I'll get Phil Jackson on.
Awesome. Jen, who is one person that you would love to do a video with or be on TV with?
Oh man, I am such a Sarah Blakely fan. I love her. I'm such a fan of hers. And I mean, can I really shoot for the stars? I'd love to talk to J-Lo, and I'd love to talk to Oprah. And I mean, let's go big. I'd love to talk to Ellen. Yeah. So if you guys are watching,
go big or go home.
Go big.
Yeah. Maybe someone knows her. I mean, I know we know some people that know Sarah Blakely. So might be able to make that connection there. But also, let's talk real quick. I have one last question for you two before I, start to wrap this up and we get into some of our other surprises and stuff. But what right now is the one thing that you want to know more about for your business when it comes to video?
I know for me, I know 0 to nothing, which is nothing, about YouTube ads. And I'm sure there's a way that, I'm seeing them all the time when I watch YouTube all the time, but YouTube ads for me is something that's been on my list to just at least explore, to know enough to hire someone, the right person for, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So that for me has been
awesome. So Jeremy, you'll definitely have to watch Tom Breeze. His methodology is amazing, especially, for driving people into your front end offer. And then also, Jake Larson's on when it comes to YouTube ads, and they show how they pivoted a video and made it super successful. And it also shows how they have multi-stage testing in there. It gets pretty detailed. And then Justin Sardi shows how to use, how you can use a piece of software to use YouTube to hijack your competitor's traffic legally and ethically. So it's those 3 sessions for sure you'll need to watch. And Jen, for you, what?
Oh my God. I cannot wait to watch all of these. We just started doing YouTube ads for the very first time, like 5 minutes ago. I think literally today. So I am so excited. I want to learn everything there is to know about them. I want to know what converts and what doesn't. And I always thinking about thinking about live, live streaming. What are the best topics? What's the best length of time? How do you get the most engagement? Are there certain titles and hooks that work better than others? I want to know all the things.
So I'll give you, So you definitely want to watch Lynn Bardowski, because she is a queen of live streaming and she crushes it. And she uses multiple methodologies all combined together. It was pretty insane. Watch hers for sure. And then, both Adam Lyons is crushing it with 5-hour live streams. Did $140,000 in sales with a 500-person list. So wow. Yeah, and and then Tom Ross from Design Cuts, who Jeremy, I know you've had on his show too. He's an awesome guy. he gets 2,000 to 3,000 people on his live stream, especially during all this. And he talks about, he uses a completely different platform than we're used to. And he says it's been working really well. And it's because it really showcases the live stream to people looking for live streams. And I think that, a lot of times we're trying so hard to live stream in Facebook, and Facebook was rewarding live stream. Sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, definitely check those out. But, that said, I've taken up a lot of your time. I appreciate you both being on.
I thought it was going to be a 5-hour live stream.
Yeah, it could be. Jeremy, we can continue.
I thought we were going till 10 p.m.
But Jen's going to be talking on Friday. Her class is going to go live Friday. You probably get a little preview of it. But how else can we find you, Jen, before I let you go?
Yeah, find me on Instagram at Jen with one N _ Gottlieb. Gottlieb. And then you can also go to beontvchallenge.com to learn about the challenge, and superconnectormedia.com to learn about our agency.
Awesome. Jen, thank you so much for being here. And I'm excited to have your class. We haven't even done it yet. So we're going to do it and edit it down and get it out to you on Friday. So it's pretty amazing. And then Jeremy, where's the best place to find you?
You can go on inspiredinsider.com, which has all the interviews that I've done on any platform. It's on iTunes or wherever, but inspiredinsider.com. And if you're interested in what we've kind of discovered over the past 10 years of podcasting, you can go to rise25.com, and you can see my business partner and I banter like an old married couple. Check that out.
I love it. I always want them to have their own show, because they do. They bicker, and it's hilarious. But thank you both for being on, and make sure to check out both of their master classes. They are phenomenal, and I guarantee you both of these will at least double your return on video as far as profits go. So, I guarantee it. I know Jeremy's will for sure, and I've heard Jen's will. I haven't used Jen's method. I'll tell you that. But from what I've seen, it will. I will be. That's my problem. It's like I want to do everything all at once. But thank you both for being on.
So much, Jeremy. It was such a beautiful, pleasant surprise.
I know.
Connect with me off of here, because I want to connect with you.
Will do.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, folks, stay on. We're not ending that. We're letting them go. All right. And I'm going to cut that off. And we're going to go back to just me for the live. Awesome. So, not me. This one's me. And that's the beauty of live. And although I'm just learning some of these new things in Ecamm, that's one of the other surprises. So Ecamm's one of our sponsors. I had the founders on, and they're going to show you, like, within 30 minutes, learn a lot of the cool stuff, like playing that video before. I did all through live, doing the countdown timer all through live, how to improve the look of your video without a ton of adapters, and be able to also record these and create videos quickly. Ecamm has been one of these tools that I've used since the shutdown that, it's enabled me, because I usually have a video team, to check my focus and everything, and it still create really good videos. If you check it out, you'll be able to see across the board. I've got some pretty high quality video, and I've been improving the look and feel of it, and we'll talk about that as well. But definitely check out, that's one of those surprise bonuses. Let me check here. So we had a few questions in there. Linda Wells, approximately how long is each class? Anywhere from 40 minutes up to close to 2 hours. Some of the people just got teaching. Tom Breeze was just like full of information on YouTube ads, and just boom, 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 boom. And it was like, I was just taking notes. So there's a ton of actionable information. That's what I want you to all have. Stuff you can do at every level. There's simple stuff to high level stuff. And then let's see here. Who else has questions? Ira was asking about, is there an updated schedule? We will be emailing out some of the surprise episodes. I just told you about Ecamm. We just talked about Jen Gottlieb, who's going to do TV. Additionally, there's another one in there that I got on last minute. So Matt Johnston was fantastic, and he changed my mind about TikTok. And I went and he did a class with me. He's from Business Insider. He did all their viral videos. He was with Now This. He did the men's health viral videos. He's responsible for millions of video views. And he says TikTok is the biggest thing. And I was like, do I have to dance? No, you don't have to dance. And he showed exactly how to make the videos. And honestly, within that day, I used his methodology, and I had 1,000 video views. 1,000 organic video views using his method. So you can do the exact same thing. In TikTok is where it's at. Make sure to watch Matt Johnson's. We'll be emailing out when that is going out. That'll be towards the end of the pass, towards the end of the Giants of Video. Additionally, I have a couple more lined up that I'm trying to get on. One of my favorites, though, was a last second one. Joey Coleman. He's the author of Never Lose a Customer Again. And he talks about the first 100 days. And he shows you 2 videos that people use to increase profits. But here's the crazy stat. This is a crazy stat. Okay, at the top of this, we talked about, your wealth as a business owner, your wealth as an entrepreneur is trapped in your business. And it's not a bad thing. It just happens. So every time you increase your profits, you increase your personal wealth. Ira, yeah, he's funny. So Ira just said right here, imagine how many videos you'd have if you danced. I probably would have a few more. I think people would block me after that. Or I might go viral for my white guy dancing. My giant person white guy dancing. I've got all the bad things when it comes to dancing against me. Anyways, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, Joey Coleman, 5%. Okay, so we have all of our wealth trapped in there. So I want you to increase. I want you, as you go through this, not to think just about leads, but think about profits. Joey Coleman says a 5% increase in satisfaction, customer satisfaction. And this comes from Harvard. He talks about where he gets all the stats. 5% increase in customer satisfaction can lead to a 25 to 100% increase in profits. I'm going to let that sit there for a second because we're all thinking about leads, but video is one of the best ways. And I have probably 10, 15 different ways. If you watch Stephen Messa, if you're in healthcare, he talks about how they're using video to help healthcare companies connect with their clients during the shutdown, connect with their patients during the shutdown to increase patient happiness and increase profits. We have Joey Coleman, though, talking about the 2 videos. He talks about the 8 stages of the customer journey after they decide to work with you. There's so much stuff on the front end. That's why I'm so excited to have people talking about after people start to work with you, because that's where a lot of the magic happens. That's where you'll get awesome customer videos. And that's one of the things I'm going to be teaching is how to create incredible video case stories. You're going to learn how to onboard with Brad Martineau. He talks about some amazing stuff, as well as Greg Hickman talks about in his episode, in his class, about how to use whiteboard videos. I mean, you've got to check that stuff out. I know you all are excited about leads, and getting leads is important. Getting traffic is important, but the authority is built up later on. In fact, Onyx Segal, one of our keynotes, talks about how important that is to his success and how he tests stuff out on his rabid customers to see if it works before he goes out there. So the other one, now I've got a few others. I just want to make sure you all get your questions. So Carla Bridgewater was asking, about YouTube and LinkedIn. LinkedIn, so definitely check out. I mean, I think, Joey Gilkey, who was on at the beginning, who I dropped off and he's going to hate me now. No, he was awesome. He probably was just off go and have a good time. I really appreciate him being on, but he has an amazing LinkedIn video technique. And he'll show you how he kept getting rejected by one company and how he changed the videos and eventually got their awareness and what got them to sponsor him, right? And he was just looking for sponsorships, and it's really cool. I love it because I think almost anyone, especially a high ticket, can do that. And then I have possibly another LinkedIn expert, probably the biggest LinkedIn ad expert coming on. I'm trying to finalize that right now. It's not a guarantee, but I've been begging to have him come on and teach the newest video thing. Like literally it was released a couple days ago. That's why I was like, I don't know. I haven't tested it out. But and then John Corcoran. When it comes to LinkedIn, he's on LinkedIn Live, and how he uses LinkedIn Live. That is super, super important. So Joey Gilkey and John Corcoran for sure on LinkedIn, as well as Dennis Yu talks a little bit about how he's using LinkedIn. When it comes to YouTube, okay, Jesse Minch from Get Handles Basketball, 500,000 subscribers. Definitely check that out because he talks about thumbnails and how he's testing thumbnails, how he's testing headlines. Of course, the Harmon brothers. I mean, how awesome is that to have the Harmon brothers on? And Daniel Harmon shows us exactly how they use Facebook ads to test out the stuff they're going to use on YouTube to make viral videos, like they did for Squatty Potty, like they did for Chatbooks, like they did for Poopery, like they did for Camp Chef, and they have ultra success. And he is definitely such a giver. He's showing you how to set up these ads. It's not like, hey, go do Facebook ads, and you're like, I don't know where to click. He's like, step by step by step. Definitely watch that one. And then, and then Tom Breeze, like I mentioned, Justin Sardi, Jake Larson, all are crushing it on YouTube. Plus, Onyx Segal talks about how he uses YouTube in his funnel. And that's one thing that if you haven't watched the Strat Stacks video, I'm going to leave it up on the YouTube channel for a while for everyone to see. Watch it because that's one of the things I found out is all these people are actually stacking their strategies. And that's a key part of it because Carla just added this. She's a video producer trying to get bigger views on my video. It depends on what kind of views. The quality of the views is just as important. And that's what a lot of people talk about. Adam Lyons got very few views, but made $140,000. So that's one of the mindsets you're going to go through and figure out how to make the most profit, have the most effect on people's lives with your videos. And then Linda here was asking about Facebook. Well, Facebook, Nahal Kazim runs Facebook ads at $100,000, $200,000 a day sometimes. So when stuff is not working, when you're putting that kind of money through, you find out what's not working, what's working really quick. He shows his methodology, what levers he pulls to fix stuff on his Facebook videos and what Facebook videos are working right now. And one of the big mistakes a lot of people are making on their Facebook videos is taking and only doing, and we actually did this mistake a little bit. We did this where we went landscaping. You should be doing portrait. So that's big issue. Additionally, Facebook, April Ionazone from Growth and Profitability, she crushes it with Facebook ads for her and for her clients. I have a few guests, a few of these speakers that are running agencies, just like Jen, because I don't want people just doing it for themselves. I want people that have tested it over the years. And April talks about how the 2 videos you have to make towards the end. And we actually use that methodology too. A lot of people have probably seen those videos that we used her methodology in this. So definitely watch April Ionazone when it comes to booking clients, booking patient consults through Facebook ads. And then Lynn Bardowski is one of my favorite classes, because she teaches how she's using Facebook Live, Instagram Live all together. And so let me see here. And then Instagram, Craig Ballantyne. Craig Ballantyne is the person to check out when it comes to Instagram, as well as Tom Ross. They are both crushing it. They have different methods, but Craig did $2.5 million in sales in 18 months. So, definitely check that out. And, there's just I think I'm going to add one more Instagram person on, but Craig is the man when it comes to that, as well as Tom Ross. Tom Ross is doing some really cool stuff with Instagram, and not video, but he's also using Instagram shared audiences, which if you go and check out Tony Grebmeyer, Be Fulfilled, and check out his stories, I just did one right before this and it works out pretty well. Then Carla asks a really good question. How do you know what is the right strategy and how is that done? Tomorrow, I'm going to go through our storyboard blueprint. And this methodology of understanding the person's situation, understanding their scenes in a simple way of put yourself next to it will quickly make you understand what is best for you. But along the way, let me know about your business, who your ideal client is. That's one thing you've got to know is who your ideal client is. Where are they on the journey when you're talking to them? We're going to talk about that tomorrow because people are thinking about the customer journey in the wrong way. But if you think about it in the right way and think about their scenes, then you can think about where they are and what they need at that moment instead of starting with necessarily strategy. But some of these will work out of the box, right? A lot of this stuff will work out of the box. Some of it will be which one resonates with you. I would say also there's a lot of simple, quick wins in here. A lot of simple, quick wins. Like I said with TikTok, where it's a simple, quick win. Jeremy's, who was just on Rise 25, Inspired Insider. Simple, quick wins that you can get. I've seen them get new clients in 2 to 3 weeks. We had someone go through our storyboard blueprint and decided the best place was LinkedIn. And she got 2 cold outreaches from potential clients. She has a high ticket consulting offer. And she got that way without having to do any cold outreach. So it really depends on where you are. Because if you have a sales team, you definitely need to be watching Joey Gilkey, who was on, and I feel so bad because he came off, but that is very difficult. It just depends on where you are. You need to develop your sales team. Well, Joey. If you know your clients are on Instagram, well, yeah, Craig Ballantyne, especially if you're doing a consulting offer. If you want to develop a big community, watch Tom Ross. If you want to have if you're in for long haul and you want to get a ton of organic reach with YouTube, which, we're going to be doing some other YouTube stuff. I'm going to be actually a little surprised. I'm going to be doing a YouTube SEO masterclass as well. That'll be a surprise little bonus. But Jesse Minch, watch his. So it really depends on where your ideal clients are. And when you start, you don't need to have absolute success with each one of these, because you can test it out and have minimal viable success. I talk about that in the Strat Stacks video, because it's not about getting on and crushing it right away. None of these people are crushing it right away. You're going to have failure. But if you have a little bit of success and you go a little bit deeper with that, and then you add another strategy onto it, and don't add them in silos, connect them. So make sure that we're moving people around. That's when you're going to have a lot of success and you're going to see people there. I mean, I use a combination of video podcasting, of YouTube video, of Facebook, and then I'll go test something else out. But it's all driving people to the different places. Right now, we're really focused on YouTube and the summits. So that's one way. And I just want to show this. Thomas Duran, thank you very much. Getting overwhelmed with so much knowledge. That's where make sure you go through your playbook. If you don't have the playbook, make sure to go through it and make sure to check out the emails every day. If you don't have ian@storycruise.com in your address book, make sure to add it. Make sure you're signed up and make sure you're also subscribed. Click on the subscribe button on this YouTube channel so you won't miss any videos. I get it. I have tons of stuff coming everywhere. That's why I click on everything and I get all the subscriptions added. But I'm going to have a recap every day at 1 Eastern. So I will talk a little bit about what happened the day before, what's coming up, so you can judge which ones you want to watch. Of course, if you get the all access pass, you're going to have lifetime access to all of that stuff. That premium pass is so valuable. I'm going to teach a little course on how I use that, all the stuff that we give you, how I use it to implement, because we implement a lot and there's a certain way that I do it to keep the methodology down. So I'm on track. So I stay inspired. So I execute. But make sure to get in every day, because we're also talk about some contests. One of the cool things that I'm super excited to announce is, we have storyboards. Oh, let me see here. All right. So Carla asked this. So what's my definition of storyboard? So your traditional storyboard, right? And this is a great question, Carla. Tells a story. And this is the big problem, is because we always tell stories from our standpoint. You need to be telling stories from your ideal client standpoint. You need to know their story. And that's why we want to walk through each of their scenes in life, because we decide because of the situation. We don't just, there's this thing called the fundamental attribution error. And I'm going to talk a lot about the science of marketing in this. And some of you will be excited. Some of you will drown out, but it's important to know the things going inside of our brain, right? And things go inside of your ideal client's brain, your ideal patient's brain, because we're not rational beings. We would love, if we were rational beings, we could just put stats up and people would decide. We decide because of who we are. And we decide more so because of the moments. How people decided drastically changed in March of 2020, right? And the people weren't different, but their moments were different. And that's where our storyboard comes in, is having the storyboard of your ideal client's journey. Because when you do that and you can step into their scene, you can create amazing videos, amazing content. We show the exact way to do it too. Amazing videos and content for that scene and that moment. And that's where you're gonna have the most resonance. That's where you get the most shares, because you're very specific. And especially if you get highly targeted and you know exactly who you want and exactly when, you use some of these YouTube SEO techniques combined with some of the Facebook retargeting, you are going to win. So that said, I want to go into a few of the bonuses that are going to be coming out. If you do get the premium pass, one of the things we've added is our storyboard blueprint class. It's a 5-hour class. I did it over the course of 5 days. It's more like 6.5, 7 hours, but it comes with all the worksheets. We do this with all of our clients. We take them through what we call our storyboard blueprint process, where we understand the customer's journey and we create a whole client plan around that. We have story crews. All of our, this is brought to you by Story Crews. We have certified partners that are going to help you with the blueprints. Additional bonus is we're going to have our certified partners, our certified videographers, to answering all your questions about planning a video shoot, how to hire the right videographer, what gear to get, any type of production, pre-production planning questions you have, you're going to be able to bring to that. That will be a live stream as well. These amazing video companies, we're going to bring them on, and they've worked with some of the biggest, and they work in all the industries, so they're going to answer a lot of your questions as well. On top of that, we're going to be doing daily contests, so make sure to watch your email. We're going to be giving away the t-shirts. This is a thing I'm most excited about. We are about to get our new t-shirts. What t-shirts? Version done is better than version none. This t-shirt we have not put into print. It is our trademark, so you can't print it. Well, you could, but you can't sell them. But we are going to be giving away these t-shirts. Now, normally these t-shirts are like $40 to $50 each, because these t-shirts make you money. I wear it every day to inspire me to get stuff done. And version done is better than version none, because that's the way you should be thinking about your videos. Getting that video out there is going to be so much more important than waiting until it's perfect. And I want you to take action. And that's why we're going to be giving away these t-shirts. We're going to be giving away a lot of other cool stuff, a lot of neat stuff that you're going to be learning about. Plus, you're going to learn about some of the really cool stuff that our sponsors are giving away: Ecamm, Headliner, Growth and Profitability, Active Campaign, and PandaDoc just joined on. And PandaDoc, that's an added bonus episode that we're putting on, because you can you can put video. And I have the founder of PandaDoc. If you're not using PandaDoc, we use it. It's amazing for proposals, for contracts. But you can put video into your proposals, into your contracts, to increase the conversion. He shows how they increased the conversion of proposals 32%. 32%. So think about it. All the time you spend getting people to your proposal, and then you send them a boring proposal. And if you can increase that conversion 32%, what's that going to mean to your business? Think about that. If you had $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 contracts out there, you close another third of them. What's that going to do for your business? And he's going to teach how they do it. Plus, you're going to have an offer from them on how to get PandaDoc, and it is a game changer for you. And we're going to go into that as well. We're going to go into, there's actually, I see Carla asked about scripting. Dan Cushell is on talking about how he scripts videos. Dan has run, I think, the most traffic of anyone. Hundreds of millions of dollars of traffic through his coaching and consulting businesses. He's an awesome guy. He's going to talk about video scripting. But yeah, we're going to be doing daily surprises. We're going to do some extra lives. I'll be answering your questions. I will be helping you to decide. And there'll be a ton of extras, a ton of community. But please, please, please stay in touch. Watch your emails. And I'm super excited to finally launch the 2020 Giants of Video. Thank you all for watching, And make sure to watch, make sure to let us know what you think, make sure to let us know your questions, what works for you, and make sure, most importantly, to decide when and to take action, because that's the only way any of this is going to work. I don't want you to do this stuff and just watch it and sit there on a shelf. I want you to take action and be one of those success stories. Thank you for joining me for the 2020 Giants video. This has been Ian Garlic. We had Joey Gilkey from Try Prospecting on. We had Jeremy Weiss from Rise 25. And we had Jen Gottlieb, the TV expert, on. So make sure to check out their sessions as well. Thanks a lot for being here, and have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you in the morning.